How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, and I'm here to give you yet another Yashahime Princess Half Demon episode review recap. Today's episode is called Kirinmaru of the Dawn. It should be titled episode 38, but for some reason here on Hulu, they have it in, well, other. I was going to say special. It's in other. I don't know if it's because they are actively dubbing Yashahime. I think they're still doing the first season, but this should technically be season 2, episode 38. I don't know how they're gonna fix this. They better not mess this up. But yeah, it's been a while. Haven't seen you guys since last year. I think I did this last on Christmas. Yeah, sorry if I seem a little bit hyper, a little bit out of it. Having some back troubles, so y'all know how that goes. So I got my medicated stuff right here. I got my water right here. We're going to get right on into this. And before I get right on into this, please remember to give me a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I couldn't miss this for the world. And you know what? I'm going to spoil this early. Moroha fans, we get some vindication today. So let's get on right into it. Remember last time they killed Zero. I love this because who does the intro and the outro today is Moroha. Really should shave. Moroha does the intro. Apparently, Zero goes to heaven. I don't know why. She was still legitimately heavily racist, ruined a lot of lives, killed a lot of people, whatever. But, yeah. So now, Moroha even talks about how, her parents got captured and she got taken by Hachimen to be taken to the Wolf Tribe and we got a name drop for, what's her name? Yarawagi, her teacher, the one that was in One Off that they let the four, what do they call it? Four waste of time? No, four perils. The four perils had killed off, which guys that were supposed to be really strong that really just seemed like filler villains. But I digress, right? And so we get a new intro. New intro is pretty good, pretty decent. I'm gonna be real. The songs from the original Inuyasha, they overshadow these songs greatly, but these have been good songs. And if you pay attention to that last key frame in the intro, it looks like all three girls are going after a giant butterfly. So is Kirinmaru's last form a ripoff of Choji from Naruto? I've been doing a lot of Naruto comparisons from this show from the beginning, and I will lose my mind if his last form is some giant butterfly moth thing. That would be too hilarious. So, let's just get right on into it. Where am I at right here? So, we're back where they killed, where Zero was killed by Riku, because Riku says what she wanted, and Rion's like, it's okay. Hey, you guys should really go to your mom. We want to see your mom, right? And they're like, yeah, let's go to mom. And Riku didn't really look back at Towa, and of course, Towa pays attention to this because of, and I'm just going to say this right now, of this ham-fisted love affair that they've had. Yes, I call it ham-fisted. It's been 38 episodes, and I'm going to be honest, for all of season 1, we didn't really know if we can trust him. Oh, look, he is a part of Kirinmaru, like we said, but he also works for Lady Zero because he has a thing for Lady Zero, or maybe that's just because he's very loyal to her. Who knows? But he has had this stuck like glue, love at first sight thing with Towa, probably because the dude is probably I was going to say he's all of 7 years old, but no, he's actually hundreds of years old because he is a piece of a horn that got cut off by the great dog demon of Kirinmaru. So, yeah, I don't buy into their shipping, but whatever, that is the least of my concerns. But she notices that he's not looking at her, and she's like, why does it feel like it's the last time I'm going to see him? Probably because it is. Good. I don't care about him. Didn't care about Zero either. But let's continue, because we're going to get to some people that I do care about. So, Kirinmaru reiterates once again to Moroha, hey. Oh, before this, Rion says that she needs Riku's help, and she takes her aunt's weapon. Kirinmaru reiterates the same thing that he said to Moroha before. I got this black pearl, right? You want to get to your parents? Find me a Kuru. He basically pulls a Batista. Give me what I want. And she's like, she tells Takachio, back up Takachio, I gotta handle this dude. Tries to slash him. He catches the blade with 2 fingers. That old cool trick. And he goes to explain to her who Akuru is. Akuru is a being that's been around since the age of the gods. He's able to open up doorways, open up doorways through space and time, and he is only has chosen a select few beings that can actually see him, which includes the descendants of the great dog demon. And of course, Moroha is able to see Akuru going all around, and it says that he's a child that has a pinwheel. Now, here's the funny thing: Akuru has no mouth, so when he smiles with his eyes, right? Very creepy, but cute at the same time. And he's smiling at Moroha, and Kirinmaru's like, "Oh, you have seen him before," because she does the her, but she does the her because she remembers Rihan mentioning this. The only place that Kirinmaru has not conquered is beyond space and time. So he needs a Kuru to get the giant wheel of time to be turning so he can stop everything from existing. Obviously, because he's sad about how his daughter died. I'm guessing. I don't know. What was his goal before this? Who knows? This really does feel like a spin-off thing. Whatever. I digress. Moroha backflips away from him. It's like, I'm not looking for Jack, right? Bust out that rouge. She's been Inuyasha now, and she's doing the whole sacred arrow thing. Kirinmaru makes note that, hey, your spirit power and your demon power has gotten stronger, quarter demon. And this is at this point where I'm thinking to myself, I gotta go down a little bit more. I'm thinking to myself, just straight up calling people half demon, quarter demon. Let's contextualize that for ethnicity and race in our world. It's like if you look at Miles Morales and the villain just goes, "Ooh, good job, half black kid." It's like, why do you keep calling me what the fuck I am? And even Moroha says, "Don't call me that. I'm Beniyasha and I'm gonna kill you." It's just rude. It's just straight. It just shows that the Kirinmaru family have been nothing but racist throughout all of space and time. So I don't feel bad about Zero dying, and I don't really think she deserves to go to Nirvana, but that's not up to me. That's up to whoever wrote this. But I digress. I deeply digress. She's challenging him to a duel, and, she fires sacred arrows. Of course, I told you, he ended up backhanding that. She takes out her blade, and, he's laughing, having a good time. And where am I at here? And Towa's still wondering, about why, seemed like Riku wouldn't look at her. What's going on with that? Well, the twins are getting closer and closer to the Tree of Ages, which just so happens to be the place of this battleground. They can see all the slashes and the clashes and all that stuff. And the rumbling's actually going through the tree, almost at the Tree of Might, the Tree of Ages. And this is how you know stuff just got real. Sesshomaru's asking Ren, can you stand up? Of course Ren can stand up. So, I'm going to tell you, don't leave this tree, Ren. Jockin. Watch after Ren. Anytime he actually directly talks to Jockin, you know shit's about to go down. He steps out, and Sesshomaru says, I love how Sesshomaru is basically us. And if you're not thinking the same way I am, he's basically me. Because he's looking at Moroha fight. And he even says Moroha before he goes out there. He knows it's his niece. He says, you should have used it when you had the chance. Which is exactly what I said. This made no sense for any of this to happen. But let's go back to Rion and Riku, right? Rion says, she plans on killing Kirinmaru herself. But, she kills him, Riku's gonna die. Remember, he's a part of the horn. Now, he's a piece of the horn that fell off of him, right? Excuse me. And I'm thinking to myself, of course you guys didn't tell Towa. We all literally just saw Setsuna cut the string of fate from her to the great dog demon to release her of her anguish and everything. Why wouldn't we tell this to a person who could literally just say, hey, you're tied to this guy? Let me cut your fate, and then you won't die when he dies. Why is everyone in this show stupid? Why do we have selective stupidity at weird times? And I'm take that back. It's not everybody. Sesshomaru. Straight up, Sesshomaru. Number one, not dumb. Number two, not dumb, is Jockin. Number three is Moroha. Moroha does some dumb... The last two episodes, she's done some pretty dumb stuff, which made no sense. But Sesshomaru has been on his game. Jockin's been right underneath him. I just have to say, I kind of say Jockin's been underneath him, but at the same time, why couldn't they just say, hey, Inuyasha Kagome, don't kill Kirinmaru, don't kill Zero, because we won't figure out how to save Ren. No one could speak in this damn show. Of course they couldn't. But why have our characters just so dumb? We have a MacGuffin to solve this issue. And I guarantee the second to third to fourth to last episode, when it's time for Kirinmaru to die, they're gonna be like, I'll save you for my sister because you're her love interest. Whatever. Anyway, let's get right back into this. And I even wrote here, it's kind of, this whole love thing is forced because he goes back and he says he's thought, he's been prepared for this whole thing, right? He thinks about his first meeting with Towa. She gave him the forbidden fruit. Ooh, it's an apple. Think of, in literature, everyone, when someone eats an apple or speaks of the forbidden fruit, it is, of course, an allusion to sex. So for him, in this very feudal literary sense, for her giving him the forbidden fruit is more or less the same thing for him. And for whatever reason, he's able to eat the whole damn apple. First time eating an apple, mind you. And he spits out the seed. How are you able to eat the thing and then just bloop? And he's held that whole seed the whole entire time he's had that seed. Obsession, yes. But he says he trusts Rion. Rion was already was already blushing because he talks about the forbidden fruit, which I just mentioned to you what that means in the literary sense. Pardon me. Excuse me if it seems like I'm talking fast. I'm just trying to get to the good part. So, there we go. So Sesshomaru comes out, says, I already said, he said, well, we were all thinking the whole entire time, why didn't you just use it when I gave it a chance? And I went on a rant in my notes. I don't really care that she's a teenage girl. I don't really care that Moroha's a teenage girl. You mean to tell me, in between Kirinmaru thinking about, well, my sister died, but I don't give a damn. Don't you dare tell me what to do, sister. And then he hears the pinwheel of Akuru, so he's chasing the pinwheel all up in the super almighty clouds. Not normal clouds, y'all. Almighty clouds. And he's running around here and there looking for him. You mean tell me, what can I use as an example for this damn pearl? I'm going to use this bat here. Let me tell me, she's holding this damn pearl. And she's looking at it for an entire 4-5 hours, however long it was taking him to chase Akuru. And she's just mulling it over, going, I mean, I always thought I didn't have parents, but my parents is right here. And even Takachiyo, who was smart in the last episode, going, why don't you just go? Why are you thinking so hard about this? Because that's what the plot needed. The plot needed her to take just a little bit too long for, coincidentally, Akuru to jump through the clouds, but the dude can't see him, but he got that supersonic hearing, and then he happens to go through the clouds. That's by the well, that's by the tree, that she has the pearl, and he goes, hey, give me what I want, and I'll give you what you want. But she fires arrows. She's fighting in midair. She's doing her Inuyasha thing. She's doing a better job than she has in a long time. Does a double arrow shot like Hawkeye. She even does the Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. He commends her on her valor, and she looks to Sesshomaru, or should I say, he looks to Sesshomaru, who slowly flies up. He easily backhands and throws Moroha to the ground till her cousins. Her cousins arrive and they want to help her. She's like, no, it's between me and him. And Setsuna speaks up before Towa, says, no, we're your friends. We got you. And Towa has to say, also, we're cousins. But please remember, we are cousins, and we'll do this. Even though you all still have not called Sesshomaru dad. You will call Ren mom because she is in the tree, but you would not call Sesshomaru dad. But Moroha will show us why she's a lot better later. Anywho. We do get a nice little cute blushy Moroha face because her cousin's like, yeah, we're here for you. Friendship again. And Sesshomaru, he's meeting with Kirinmaru and he's like, I understand my sister's dead. How's your wife? And Sesshomaru has some of the best lines in this entire series. He pulls out his sword and it's like, draw Kirinmaru. Like, don't you kind of see I'm busy with the quarter demon? And I love that Sesshomaru knows how to get underneath this dumbass's skin because he smirks and is like, so wait, the great Kirinmaru is dueling somebody that he's already beaten before. And furthermore, you're using underhanded tactics? And he's like, how dare you? Well, I mean, you did take the Black Pearl to try to get her to do what you want, right? He's like, you're always aiming to be the strongest. Fight the strongest. So he throws the Black Pearl at Sesshomaru, and he smirks, and they're about to fight, right? So, again, I even wrote this in my notes. Leave it to Sesshomaru to clear up another mess. That didn't have to happen, right? Flat out says, if I beat you, you need to get a Kuru like you promised. Of course, Sesshomaru don't plan on getting a Kuru. They're fighting. The world's breaking. Really good attacks. It's really great. I hope you've watched it. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. It's a good fight. I'm talking about orb throwing, Shomaru slicing orbs, and all this other good stuff. And at this point, the girls don't give a damn. This is old school Dragon Ball. We about to jump stomp you, and they do jump stomp him because Moroha fires the arrow. He's like, he gets mad. He's like, "Excuse me." And here's where this is where it's great. He's like, "That's not she's doing an arrow volley with that one." So he's using his energy to hold that off. Towa brings out that flute, the Kyokun root flute, and does the dual azure dragon wave that turns into this green dragon. He's like, oh, that's the Kyokun root. It's draining his energy while he's blocking it. And then Setsuna pulls a new move out of her ass called the Vermilion Bird, which essentially is a phoenix attack that just comes up and comes down over him. And they're hitting him. And Shuma's just watching it. He's like, hey, I never said I wanted a one-on-one fight. I just want you to get the hell away from us, right? And he's blocking this attack and says, I don't have time for you three. So he sends them burned. And this dude is old school chauvinist. Like, he straight up, like, how dare you brats interfere with the duel between men? Oh, damn. Uh-oh. And he's getting pissed. So he's growing horns. He's getting all more scaly. And Sesshomaru does the trademark badass, the tick, and he says, the great dog demon said women and children should stay off the battlefield, but his teachings were not passed down to his children. And he pulls up his sword. He's like, this is a move I haven't done since 500 years. 500 years ago, the great dog demon was able to deflect this. Let's see how you all take this. And he's doing like, it's a spirit bomb. I'm just gonna flat out say it. It's an evil spirit bomb. The move takes up nearly the entire sky. If you don't like Dragon Ball, have you seen Digimon? It's a Gaia Force or a Terra Force, especially the ones from Digimon 2020. It's one of those moves. It takes up nearly half of the entire reddened sky, and he throws it. And then Sesshomaru gets in front of it. He takes the whole attack without using the blade. Even Kirinmaru was like, he took that without even using the sword. And Sesshomaru was laughing. He's just like, hey, so that was the attack that you used 500 years ago that you haven't used since, then I endured it. Turns to the girls, he has blackened eyes. So this is to let us know he's pretty damn hurt, but he's not going to show it. And flicks the pearl once more. But this time, Sesshomaru is not giving you a chance to decide to use this. The three Yashahimes, they get sucked into the black pearl. Takachiyo's still in the grass. Thank God for Takachiyo, who is officially in this episode second smartest character. He goes, he takes the pearl, because in his mind, he says, and I'm not going to go back and forth with this, I'm going to say this now, he's like, it's going to be more trouble if Kirinmaru gets this pearl, and he runs away. Now, I need to say this before I forget, because I put this in my notes. In the opener, guys, there's a Shippo sighting. Yes. It's as if they wrote this entire show, forgot about Shippo, even made a character that is Shippo-like. And it took everyone, not just us in America, people in Japan, everywhere to go, where is Shippo? Did Shippo die? Is this Shippo's kid? Where's Shippo? But Shippo was shown in the intro. I digress. So, the girls are inside. We get, now I don't know why they did this, but we get Inuyasha and Kagome going, hey, someone's falling down. They won't show us their face. It's not like we didn't see them about 10 or 15 episodes a while back when Moroha was going through the barrier between life and death. It's not like we didn't just see them, right? It's not like in the last opener that we saw them either. It's not like in the intro that was gathering up to this episode that we saw them. I don't know why they do this. It's the same thing as if every episode they show people's damn names and their relations. You don't have to do that. We're not dumb. Stop it. I digress. So, Ren and Jock and Rory is left out of the tree, right? And Sesshomaru has fallen down, and he's concealing his presence. And Kirinmaru's like, oh, he's concealing his presence, but my attack has already taken his Haku. I don't know what Haku is. Now, that's the one thing they should be doing in this show. For every weird-ass old word, like Shoku, Haku, Toku Doku, Doki Doki, whatever the hell word that is literally made up, it's even made up in Japan for the olden times, you should put a little index going, Haku means internal energy. Shaku is a measure of height. That you see how easy that is? Instead of telling me every single episode that her name is Moroha, her name is Towa, her name is Setsuna, you can just tell me shit that I don't know. I digress. So, Ren and Jock are trying to find Sesshomaru too because they saw him up in the sky getting hurt as well. Because of course they disobeyed him and came out of the tree. Of course they did. Why would they stay there? And meanwhile on the inside, we see the big ass bones of the great dog demon. And Moroha basically says, yeah, this is, where our grandpa's body is laid. That's, pretty sure that's him all the way over there. And I think my parents are in here and they're walking. And Kagome catches up to her first and like, are you Moroha? She's like, Mom? And Kagome gives her classic angry face, stomps up to her and grabs her by the face. Are you Moroha? Well, yeah, I am. He's just kind of looking at her. I'm getting the feels. I'm getting the feels all up in here. And she's holding her by the face. She's like, I just need to look at your face. And then she embraces her. She's crying. I'm sorry that I did. We've been separated for so long, and the twins are crying. And then Moroha, sniffs her because she still got the demon, and her scent is familiar, so she's crying, and they're embracing, and I'm crying. I'm like, vindication. And of course, out of the mist comes Inuyasha. It's like, yeah, man, I ain't seen nobody back there. Oh, Moroha? Episode ends. Get another ending, and the one thing I forgot to mention is that Towa mentioned about the three cousins doing New Year's stuff, wearing the New Year's outfits and playing the games and blah 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 blah. I don't really care about any of that, but she did mention that because that's also part of the ending song, which is sung by, I think it's the person who sings Bluebird from the Naruto Shippuden opening. I think that's the same person. Anyway, the song's called Adieu. Which, Adieu, I'm pretty sure this show is almost over. Anyway, in our outro, it's Moroha talking once again. Talking about, Grandpa's bones are huge. Here we are with this. We get a Shippo sighting. Shippo sighting number 2 of 3. They've been doing flashes of the present and the past because in the outro again we do see the girls in modern clothing for New Year's and then their clothing. We see in Mr. Kirin, which Towa, you are one of the worst main characters of all time because you forget vital shit all the time. Yes, there are other main characters that forget things, and they are equally as bad. I will not refute that at all. But she's bad. She's dumb. Man, if I had a guy named Kirinmaru, I had a teacher named Mr. Kirin. Maybe they're related. We will get a funny moment between Inuyasha and Kagome and Moroha that looks like they're going to have a little fight. I'm longing to see those two have a father-daughter meeting of the minds because she acts like her. She acts like a perfect merger of her mother and father, and I'm looking forward to that. But we did get a flash of him embracing his baby girl. So maybe now this show could be less about the twins and more about Moroha like it should be. Yeah, I said it. You can be fans of them. I'm sick of Towa Naruto or Tora Boruto. Sick of her. She's been annoying. Sessuna's been cool. She cool. Sessuna's cool. Other two, Sessuna's really good. But yeah, now we can get on track. Shippo's here. Pretty sure in like an episode or two, it's gonna be Sango and Moroku. We are getting the band back together, the real band. And you know what? I'm sure this entire series is going to end with the girls beating Kirinmaru. I wouldn't even doubt if Kirinmaru actually gets his wish to go beyond the edge of space and time, and we'll probably see the great dog demon there, and maybe his children will be able to talk to him, and then his grandchildren will talk to him, and he'll be like, here's the 5 power coins so you can morph and become even stronger or whatever. I'm sure something like that will happen, but this episode was for the Moroha fans. It's about damn time. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Not a 5 out of 5. Would have gave it a 5 out of 5. I could have gave it a 5 out of 5 just for that ending, along with the embracing and the tears and the good moment. But no, it gets a 4 out of 5 because I'm just gonna flat out say it. For us to get to this conclusion, you are really drawing this out. You make us think that, oh, is this gonna be a long ass battle to get this pearl back? No, it's, hey, you're using underhanded tactics. I thought you hated that. Cool, got the pearl. Get the fuck in there and go get my little brother so we can finish this. So, pretty sure we are nearing the end of this entire series. It's been an interesting ride, but yes, 4 out of 5 from me. Let me know what you think of the episode in the comment section down below, please. Just like I asked earlier, give me a like. Like really helps out the channel so others can see it. Hit me up with a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers, and I know we're going to get there. And if you're not new here, hit the notification bell. Get notified of more videos just like this. Share the video so others can see what a great time we're having. And as always, guys, I deeply appreciate you taking out time to spend time with me. Please be good, be blessed. Stay safe out there. It is crazy out there. So make sure you wash your hands and you wear that mask, okay? Be good to yourself and be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. Do not be a jerk. And I will definitely see you next time.